today is a purple day. We're still waiting here for Hurricane Irma. This is Cobalt Blue Hue, Dioxazine Purple, Cerulean Blue, Quinacridone Red, Titanium White, Premium and Titanium White Americana, and Buttermilk Americana. Let's see, so we're gonna do a tiny bit of these Cobalt Blue Hue. So let's put a tiny bit in there. Oops, that's enough. And we're gonna put a tiny bit of the Quinacridone Red. So today we're mixing paints today. There. Okay, so we are gonna leave the Dioxazine Purple aside. Let's put it in one of these. Okay, so that one is gonna be left aside. And we also need aside this Quinacridone Red. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna also mix this color, Cerulean, and see the difference between the two blues. Since the two blues are different, we're gonna get two different purples. So I'm gonna show them to you. See how different they are? So we're gonna get two different purple in here. So here are the two different purples. See how different they are? And let me tell you, I had to add more of the Quinacridone Red here because it was not turning purple. So this is the Cobalt Blue Hue and this is the Cerulean Blue. And two different purples. The Dioxazine Purple is a very reddish purple. Now it's good. So we're gonna have some magenta. Quinacridone Red is that color. And let's have some of this white. Add a tiny bit of purple, and I think I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna add a tiny bit of this one in there. That's the mixture of the Cerulean Blue with the Quinacridone Red. We're gonna do that. That would be good. Okay, so let's put the Floetrol in here. And now we have the colors that we need. Okay, so instead of buttermilk, I'm gonna use Oyster Beige, and the reason why, this has too much yellow, and Oyster Beige is more neutral. And one FX Silk drop. This is the FX Silk, this is the treadmill. One drop of each, but a tiny drop. I have been experimenting for many times, and I have noticed that the more silicone you put, the more tiny cells, and you don't get bigger cells if you do that. So do not. This is perfect. And we have a cream color in here. We have enough paint here for 2 pours. Okay, so let's try 5 ounces cup. And we're gonna save, if we have to, for the other pour. So we'll do 2 purple pours today. So this is the white. I'm gonna start with the light. Oops, guess what? I did it again. Whoa. Silicone business is making me forget my drops. And I'm not going to mix. I'm not going to mix it. Going to put one drop without mixing. Okay, no mixing. Okay, so that was the, let's put some of the pink, not too much of the pink, tiny bit, because this is a purple pour. Maybe let's put that cream on top of that pink. Okay, the Dioxazine Purple. This is a mix with, now I forget the colors. I'm not sure. Of the two mixes, the lighter one. The lighter mix. And the darker mix. And white. From high, you're just gonna see when I put this white, how wonderful. Okay, so let's put the cream. And the light purple. Tiny bit of the pink. The Dioxazine Purple. The light mix. And the dark mix. Okay, let's save the remainder for the other pour. With we can mix more of this cream color. I want to mix more of that cream color, the Oyster Beige. And let's finish it with the white. Wow, look how pretty. Okay, so let's bring our canvas. Here is the 8x8 canvas, and look at the cup. Look how the cup. Okay, so we're gonna put the cup in here. Wait a tiny bit until it goes down. Moving it to the front and releasing it slowly. I try to do it slowly. I think it has a better effect if you do it slowly. How pretty. Look how pretty. I'm not gonna even torch it. I'm not gonna torch it this time. You know what I noticed? If you have this huge, gorgeous self, and you start torching it, you just get more of the tiny cells. That's what I noticed. So I am not gonna torch it. Just gonna let it flow. no torching. Wanna lose any more of those gorgeous cells. I don't think you need any torching. Okay, so gonna leave it like this. Tiny bit on that corner because I put that corner in there. Okay, so come back to where you were. Look how large are the cells. Okay, so now I only have a small amount of drippings, which I'm gonna put in the corners. I'm not gonna do any torching because I don't want to bring more tiny cells. I like to have them like they are. And this is my new method of doing things. I am not mixing the silicone. I'm putting very tiny amount of silicone because I get large cells if I do that. And I'm not mixing the silicone. Let me pull you closer. So, not mixing the silicone at all. I am not using the torch. I did last time, and I noticed that when I started putting the torch, I started getting many tiny cells. If you don't have any cells at all, then do put the torch to help you with the cells. But if you have it like this, that you have so many pretty large cells, do not use the torch. So just filling up the edges. And I'm gonna take a photo for you and upload this beautiful piece to YouTube. Okay, so before the paints dry, we're gonna do another one right here with the same paints, starting with white, the same cup, and we're gonna put the remainder colors. And since we don't know if there's any silicone left, we're gonna add the silicone here in the cup. As we add the colors. The remainder of this light color. Well, we can clean it later. Let's put some of the pink, Dioxazine Purple, of the Oyster Beige, the light mix, and white, a dark mix, one more drop, and I'm gonna leave it like that. I may be overloading it with drops, but since I don't know if all the silicone went on the other cup. Okay, so I'm gonna finish all the colors. I'm gonna take some of these drippings that I don't wanna waste anything. Let's wait until we put a tiny bit more. Let's see. A lot of pink, so I have to finish with the purple before I put all that pink. Okay, so let's start finishing with all these cups. Wow, come on. The remainder of the Oyster Beige. Before we finish the Oyster Beige, let's finish with the pink. So there will be more pink on this one. Okay, and white. Where we put the white, maybe we have an overload today, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's put the white. And with the white, we're gonna make sure that we have a full cup. Let's bring the canvas. Let's let it a tiny bit in there. Okay, so pulling up and lightly. I like to do it very slow. A lot of tiny cells, but that is because we were overloading it with the silk. This time I'm gonna use the fire. See how many they count when you start with the torch, with the fire. And I'm gonna start more into the beige this time. That's alright. Let's build some in there and some on that other side. It may need a push. That's the push needed. So let's give it a push also in here. Okay, so one section to move. No waste. No waste at all. We don't have any waste. Okay. So when you use the torch, you get all these tiny cells between inside the other cells, and I don't like that too much, so I'm not going to use the torch anymore unless I critically need it, because as you can see, you can get very large cells without using the torch. And I am finally staying with a technique that I really like and really want. So this is the technique that I'm gonna keep on doing and showing to you, so that you can get large cells. See, that's because of the torch. Those tiny cells inside of the cells. So I hope you like what we did, and please come back for more. And this, still waiting for Hurricane Irma, so still pray for Florida. Have a beautiful day and see you next time.